What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another day of Elden Ring Boss Arena. We are going to be doing Tier 10 today. So we can take a look here. We have Fallingstar, a Glinstone Dragon, the Godskin Duo, Sir Gideon, we have the Godskin Apostle, the Fire Giant, the Beast Clergyman, and Godfrey. So, some serious bosses today. But let's go ahead and jump right into the double Beastman. Having all that stamina really paid off there. Flame Drake Talisman +2 is nice to have in case we fight any more dragons. But I think today's dragon's a Glinstone. Stat-wise, what are we going to keep going for? Well, let's get Endurance to 40. I have a decent amount of faith, but maybe a bit more of that. Let's check the level ups. We don't have any yet. However, I should probably level up my Great Mace and also clear out my inventory for quick swapping. Okay, we've also got that one to 21. So now I've got my crushing and slashing. Guy's pulling out all the moves. Okay, not bad. Yeah, putting on the boiled crab, the rune arc, and then having the anti-frost stuff for the amulets really do help. It seems like at this tier, we're finally having to build specifically for each boss. So yeah, for that one, putting on the modeled necklace, the Pearl Drake talisman, and then the rune arc and great boiled crab stuff definitely helps. Okay, we got the last dexterity point for the blasphemous blade. If I feel like using this, guess I will level it up because it is a fun weapon. So I think we'll mess around with the blasphemous blade a little bit. Since I got it, I can actually use it. Okay, Erdtree Avatar. Yeah, I really just need to DPS him down before the second avatar becomes an issue. There we go. Yeah, definitely the right weapon for this fight. Okay, so I can level my standard sword, or I can level up my mace. I'll probably do the mace now that I have the blasphemous blade as my primary great sword. Wonder how much damage the Ash of War does on this guy. It's pretty good damage. Very cool looking ability. He likes to walk menacingly at me, so that gives me the perfect opportunity to do this. Don't know if I can, there we go. Trying to use the terrain to my advantage. Yeah, apologies for the cutoff mid-fight. I forgot to check the storage on my OBS drive, and it just so happened to be full right near the end of that fight. But yeah, a little bit of running around and then just finishing him off as he was casting his beam. We'll jump right back into it, and we'll do the Knight's Calvary. I haven't really used like Blasphemous Blade too much, so I'm not sure about how long the windup is on the Ash. Okay, maybe a little bit too much fun with the Ash there. I probably should just kill him. Let's lean into a little bit of mind here. That way I can cast Blasphemous a couple more times before I have to heal up. Okay, we do have Flying Dragons, so let me just swap this talisman for this talisman, and we should pretty much be good to go. Having a semi or like ranged ability on this melee character is honestly so nice. What a long walk for the crit. Yeah, we're gonna have to eat that. But that's why we put on the anti-fire talisman. No crit this time, I think we just swing. Drake Knight armor. We can take a look at that. I have a feeling this is still the best set I've gotten, though. Yeah. So now we have the Glinstone Dragon. Time to swap my talisman. So I think this fight is a little bit more of a horse fight because of the AoEs that they have. Poor random, like, guys just absolutely getting annihilated by this dragon over there. Do I have time for this? I do. Yep, we just chop away at it. Dark Moon Greatsword and the Royal Greatsword. Two very fun weapons. I got 162,000 runes now. We are moving. Still not 2 levels though. That's the difference between like buying a couple rune arcs and not buying a couple rune arcs. Alright. The Godskin Duo. So that let me craft some sleepy stuff. I have no rune arcs, so we're definitely gonna buy like 2 of them. Check the weapon upgrade. Okay, nice. That will help. Yeah, for this fight I took off the Blasphemous Blade and went back to this so I can have Quick Step, just because he is like a dex-based enemy, easier to dodge everything he does. I would heal at the wrong time. Okay, put the other sleeping pots on. Now I don't know if... Okay, I was wondering if the other guy would spawn, but he doesn't. Yeah, I think it's gonna take maybe more than one? No, just one. Okay. Yes, walk into the cloud. Oh, he didn't sleep. Alright. That's unfortunate. Pretty good fight. I didn't expect to first try that time, but we got it. Sleeping pots. So broken on that fight. But I mean, trying to solo them, like, both at the same time is very difficult. I can't even imagine, like, the perfect amount of timing and spacing needed if you didn't sleep one of them. Okay, Misbegotten Crusader. He offers such a very small window to do anything. Again, just another boss where you have to like kind of trade into. Not the most exciting. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I guess it's good to have bosses like that. Like certain builds are more tailored to being able to deal with that. But as you get like higher up, uh, face tanking the bosses becomes less of an issue. Still got quite a few things to go today. This might be do half now and then do half later on. Grave Wardens. Now, if you've seen my previous videos, Grave Wardens and the Watchdogs, very much not a fan of them. He's got a much shorter range with his Great Axe. But again, just another fight where you kind of constantly trade into him. Okay, let's keep it going. Putrid Tree Spirit. Couple hits and the crit. We'll take that. Rotten Crystal Sword is pretty cool. I used that for a little while. Stray Mimic Tier. Okay, well we're gonna do the thing. Still works even with that one. This talisman kind of has like diminishing returns now. So I think we just go with general non-physical for now. Or maybe we go with the charged stuff. I often don't use all of my healing flash, so let's go ahead and allocate a couple more to the blue. And then keep it going. Okay. Black Knife Ringleader. He jumped over that, wow. How cool. This is a fight where I probably should just use the hammer. See what the crit actually does. Ah, well, I didn't have enough stamina for that. Not really sure what happened there. You know, interesting that he's the ringleader because he's probably the easiest of the Black Knives. I think the invisible one was probably the most annoying. They probably should have given him, like some invisibility, maybe off and on, something like that. Can we upgrade? That is the question. We cannot. Okay. Another bill-bearing hunter. Now, for this guy, I'm pretty sure trying to get the ash off is gonna be futile. He's just too aggressive. Yep, you got me. Yeah, I fought enough of them that the BBHs are not a big deal at all right now. I will say that one thing about Taker's Flame is it definitely obstructs your vision. I can't really tell what's coming my way sometimes. No need to get silly here. I should just do the normal thing. Do some more afterwards. Ooh, bad trade for me. Okay, I did not see him coming there. Okay, we're doing that twice. This one likes to chase you down. Yeah, big difference with that one is the double spikes, and then he seems to use that to try to roll catch you at the same time. Alright, one more boss, and then we are on the obligatory gatekeeping bosses. Okay, all the wizardry here. My wizardry was better. What a trade. Does this count for me or no? Ooh, that was close. That's probably the closest it's ever been. Let's go check. We got the runes for it. Yep, okay, it did count. Very neat, very cool. Well, we got a Godskin fight, so you know what that means. Yes, you're feeling very sleepy. I don't feel you should have dodged that. Halleck Drake Talisman +2. That is a welcome sight. Okay, Fire Giant. It's about to get real. Okay, I've gotten pretty close on this guy. I think I fought him like twice before. So we're hoping for a win this time. It's a good start. Yeah, I wish Torrent was better for this fight, but he just is not. Okay. Decent phase 1. So I'd like to bait these into exploding early. Perfect. So far, so good. For as big as he is, he's pretty mobile. Okay, let's bait these into exploding. That little maneuver almost cost me the entire fight. So we're not doing the torrent thing again. Not this time. This last little bit of HP is proving to be rather difficult. Can't quite close the gap. Alright, we got him. A little bit of a matter of fighting the camera at the end there. But overall, not too shabby. Alright, both of the main weapons are now maxed out. Okay, a couple of changes for Malekith. We've swapped back to the Gargoyle Greatsword. We've put on the Haladrake Talisman, the Dragon Crest Talisman, and then I also swapped to full Crimson. Since I'm not going to be using the Blasphemous Blade, I won't have to worry about restoring any FP. So this should help out. And additionally, grabbing a couple of Rune Arcs. So let's jump back into it. The first phase is not much of an issue, but second phase, I haven't played it enough to get a handle on it. A little bit too quick to fully charge a heavy. Part of the issue I have with this boss is when he goes to attack, he kind of jumps back and then attacks forward, so my greatsword isn't really making contact. But this boss, at least this phase, doesn't have the same problem, where his hitbox falls back. Gotta be mindful of these in that one. Just trying to find a moment here. Takes a lot of damage if I could just get in there and apply the damage. Okay. Third time's a charm. Yeah, doing some of those adjustments definitely helped out. But yeah, I would say for this boss, the main thing that's difficult for me is first phase is his attack is so much farther extended. So even if you dodge into him and you avoid the frontal attack, sometimes you don't reach with the slash, so you might have to poke or wrap around. And then second phase is just avoiding the 3-hit combo. And then using the pillars when you need to heal. Okay, let's see what we got left. Okay, just Godfrey. I don't think I don't think he's going to be quite as bad. First phase is pretty easy. It's just this second phase and the AoE attack just really not sure how to manage that. So I guess the idea here is hopefully we just do enough damage. Well, we can. Thought I would avoid that. Okay. Very cool. Okay, you do your thing, go crazy. Heavy got greedy. Well, we did it. That counts as a win. All right. I mean, it feels a little, just because we traded at the very end. I would have preferred to just not have done that heavy attack, so I didn't take the extra hit. But hey, we did it, so I guess that's tier 10 done. It was significantly worse than the previous tiers, but I mean, it didn't take 2 days. It only took a couple hours to do, so I guess I'm happy with that. And then here we go for tier 11. I mean, we got Estelle. And then we got Melina or Millennia, and then Dragonlord, Ragadon, and then Moog. So that's it. I mean, we're coming down to the end here. Let's go ahead and do a couple level ups. Let's just go ahead and get that vigor up there. Well, I need 1,000 runes. I am so close. So weapons are maxed out. We take a look at the gear that we finished. So I finished this fight and this tier at level 136. Heavy sword 25. Same armor as before. Here's the medallions. And then for the last fight, I just went full heals. But yeah, I guess if I had to say anything about the Godfrey fight, is mostly the quick stepping behind him on the first phase, and then dodging the 2-hit combo, learning how to do the jumps when they do the AoEs. As for the second phase, I feel like it's kind of the same thing. Kind of just give him some space, and then make sure you really avoid his grabs. There's a couple grabs where he gets like an aura around him. kind of just give him some space there because it's either going to be a grab attack or it's going to be his like Claw Fury. So yeah, avoid those. Um, but yeah, that's really about it there. So yeah, that's tier 10. We're one tier away from finishing this up and then unlocking New Game Plus, where I'll probably do some different, more goofy builds to mess around with. But if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and stick around for tier 11 coming up.